Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kelsey. I'm Kelsey Oogie here on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, and today we are going to do like a full body thing. So this is the kind of workout that I will do if I have less than an hour to work out. I want to get something like intense in less than an hour, 30, 40 minutes at the most. So I have 10 drills that we're going to go through, just a little bit of rest in between. And then I'm personally going to repeat it 2 more times. I'm just going to show this to you 1 time. We'll go through the cycle of those 10 drills, but if you want to do it again, then just play the video over again. The only thing that you're going to need is 2 blocks. If you don't have blocks, you can absolutely use a couple of books. You could use 10, 15-pound weights if you have something like that, or you really don't even need any weights at all. You'll be fine to do them without it. And I will try to give modifications. So 10 drills, full body. We're going to start off with hip dips. You know, they're one of my favorites. I think they're great for warming up the shoulders. And definitely for the core. So go ahead and come into that forearm plank position. Check that you are only shoulders width. Palms down. If you need to interlace the fingers, that's fine too. And then I got my minute 5 seconds set on the timer. So get in position on your mark. Get set. 1 minute of forearm planks. Just rolling over the balls of the toes. Make sure that you are pressing out of the shoulders. So here's dumping. Here's pressing. So you want to feel like you're protracting, rounding through the upper back. This can be uncomfortable on the toes. I say this all the time. I remember that first year or so of doing hip dips and thinking, oh my gosh, like it's hard on the core, yes, it's hard on the shoulders, yes, but I thought my toes were gonna break off. And I promise that gets better. Halfway done. Keep the belly button pulling towards the spine, so that feels like your low belly is kind of tucking in underneath you. You're not gonna pike the butt, right? You're just reaching the tail towards the heels. Keep pushing out of the shoulders. So if you're feeling any popping or clicking in the shoulder, really push out a little bit more actively. 15 more seconds, keep going. Now the core is feeling it. Good one to start warming up with. I know you're probably thinking, good God, that's the warm up. We're gonna get this done in 30 minutes. All right, last second, and done. So we're going right into those lat lifts. If you have the blocks, grab them. I may or may not use them. I'm not sure. So for lat lifts, you want your blocks just slightly forward of your thighs, and we're just gonna lift up. If you wanna challenge it, you can keep one leg lifted. If you wanna really challenge it, don't use the blocks at all and just lift the butt, lift the leg. You ready? Hands slightly forward, not right by the hips, slightly forward of the hips. Timer is set, on your mark, get set. Lat lifts, let's go. So press down. See how I'm kind of folding into the legs? I'm not pushing it straight up. I would barely get a lift. I have to fold over the legs, keep the legs active. I feel like I'm pushing the heel of my hand down and back. The hips come back slightly. You're lifting a leg. Make sure that you are alternating. You know, sometimes I'll just cross my legs and do, I don't know, 4 or 5 like that. And then you gotta make sure you switch it up. Lean into it. This is a little easier with the blocks. You get a bit more of a lift. But we can do hard things. We got this. It doesn't have to be the biggest lift to work the lats and the shoulders and the core, even the hip flexors a bit. 10 more seconds. Keep going. Last 5. 3, 2, and 1. That's it. Okay, for the next one, we are doing handstand shrugs. So you're gonna get a handstand on your wall. I guess I should have told you that you needed a wall as one of your props. And you're just gonna shrug in and out of that shoulder girdle. You know, you want the arms to stay straight, and you're just gonna go in and out. Try to keep the arms straight. Obviously, it's gonna look different because you're upside down. So when you're ready, no huge break, get right to the wall. You can rest for a full minute or 2 in between your rounds. So when you've done all 10, then you can start to rest. So there's the timer, kick up, and little shrugs. Just kind of dropping in. If in the beginning your arms do bend, that's okay. You'll get the idea of it the more that you do this. You'll feel this more through the scapula than you will through the shoulder maybe. That's okay. 45 seconds left, 15 seconds in. Keep the core as tight as you can, especially through the abs. Otherwise, you end up really banana backing and and making things harder than they need to be. This one, maybe having your arms on fire already. Good for you. That's awesome. 20 seconds left. Woo, I'm gonna fall. Just kidding. It happens. I like to cross my legs sometimes because I feel like it keeps the body from completely relaxing into the wall. 9 seconds. Keep shrugging. Whoo! I am feeling it in the upper back. Last one. And come down easy. Okay. I don't know what I gotta do for that. Crap. Okay. So we're gonna do plank, lift a leg, lower to chaturanga, push back up. So it's gonna look like this. Come to that plank position, feet together if you want. Lift one leg, shift forward, chaturanga. Let's do up dog instead of push back up, and downward facing, and then right again to the second side. Otherwise, we're just doing a minute straight of push-ups basically with one leg lifted. And then you won't like me anymore. Come on, timer. All right, get into position. I got my minute. These new timers are crap. All right, you ready? Coming to your plank, let's do the right leg first. All right, plank position. Draw the collarbones back, lift the right leg, shift forward, elbows in. Upward facing, squeeze the glutes in the legs, exhale, downward facing. Do it again. Shift forward, push out the shoulders, collarbones back, gaze slightly forward, lift the left leg. Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing, exhale, downward facing. Keep going, right side. Downward facing dog, left side, back to plank. Do you notice the shift that happens when I move through chaturanga? So that's really important. You come to plank, draw the collarbones back, gaze slightly forward. Watch how I shift forward, elbows draw in. That shift forward is really important. Try to do that. Let's get a couple more in. Elbows draw in, but we don't rest them on the ribs. Let's do one more on each side, even if the timer goes off. Right side. And left side. And obviously there's the timer. Okay, what's next? Ninja from side to side, or Skandasana. I really prefer to call it Skandasana, but I don't try to use too much Sanskrit when we're doing drills. So we're just gonna a side lunge, stay low, side lunge, stay low, side lunge. Now if you gotta use the hands and walk yourself over, totally fine. I should have said in that last drill that you could have used the knees. I hope you knew that. If you go through this a second or a third time and you're really getting super tired, lower the knees down. All right, minute is set. Get into your side lunge, and let's go from side to side. The lower you stay, the more the legs have to work. And at first it might not feel like too much, but get a couple 10, 20, 30 seconds in, you may tell a different story. It doesn't matter if you're way up here, although that doesn't seem like that'd be much easier, man. Whew. It's almost like a rest to get to settle in at the bottom. So if you're higher than me, girl, boy, whatever, don't be feeling too bad about that, because I feel like I get to rest at the bottom. 20 seconds left. Keep working those legs. You got this. Let's do it. Last 10. Side to side. Keep the pelvic floor lifted as best you can. Low belly pulling in. One more side to side. To the right, to the left, and there's the timer. Okay. Now we have some forearm plank jumps. So I think of them more as a Pinch Mayurasana or a forearm stand jump. So coming back in that forearm stand, forearm plank position, check the elbow width if you need that. And then either you can tuck jump, or if you want a little bit more of a challenge, a little spookier, pike jump. You could do one leg at a time, where you lift one leg, scissor kick, and come to the other side. So it just depends on how comfortable you are in your forearm stand. Pike is probably the hardest. Let's do a 1 minute set, get in position, check that your shoulder's width. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, let's get it done. Remember, just like when we did in the, I should control it on the way down, right? That's something pre-surgery Kelsey would have said. Control it on the way down. You want to press up, control the down. I need to get back into that stuff. But like I was saying, make sure that you're pressing out of the shoulders the whole time. If you feel like you start to collapse, you're gonna fall. So the shoulders are everything. And something else to think about, as my teacher would say, think about where your hips are in space. Where your hips are, that is your center of gravity. 20 seconds left. So if you know where your hips are at, you're not as likely to fall over or hurt yourself in some way. Last 3 seconds. Good job. I got another forearm thing. I don't know why I did that. Why did you do that? I don't know. So I'm gonna go from a forearm stand to a baby crow. If it is too much for you to go from pinch of mayurasana, legs up in the air, to a baby crow, you're gonna go from the forearm plank, walk the feet in, see if you can shift forward, hold the baby crow, walk the feet back. If you can hold pinch of mayurasana, forearm stand, you're gonna kick up and slowly lower down. We gotta quit talking, get it done. Timer set, let's do it. Make sure the elbows aren't too wide. The kick up for me is not as important as the resisting gravity and lowering down. Try to do 1 every 10 seconds maybe would be good. Compression, 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 compression. Resist gravity. Slow it down as best you can. You are in control of it. You just maybe haven't learned how to do it yet. I know it may seem like, Kelsey, I'm gonna smash my face. That's okay. You can. I am here to tell you, you'll be all right. Put a washcloth down, a small pillow. You know, there's worse things than landing on your nose. Last 8 seconds, get 1 more in. This one's hard after all the movement so far. That's one of those ones that shows me where I'm at pre-surgery, before I had my shoulder fixed, to where I'm at now. I mean, even when my rotator cuff was totally torn, I felt stronger. That shoulder took a major hit. But I'm not gonna beat myself up over that. That's just like, it's nice to see where the progress is. It's nice to see where I need to do the work. I'm not gonna like dwell on it. So if you got something going on, notice it. Okay, that's something that's hard. Why is it hard? Where do I feel it? Take it in, let it go. Let it go as far as beating yourself up over it. You're gonna try to change it because you're gonna continue to grow and get stronger, but you're not gonna try to change it as, why can't I do it? And I'm not strong enough, all that kind of thing, okay? Okay, hinges. So let's go back to legs. We got legs for the last 3. Again, why did you do that? I don't know. We're just gonna do these kneeling hinges where we go back as far as we can. I suck at these. We're gonna work the quads. Maybe we'll do a couple hinges, and if they get too hard, then do just like a kneeling squat sit. All right, get in position. Don't let your knees be too wide. You need to double up on your mat, roll it in, get a couple layers. Do that. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Maybe you want to reach the arms out so you can hinge back a little bit more. This is also really good, not just for the quads, but for me, quads, the core. Otherwise you're like this, you know, or you're like this. But if you try to stay straight and flat, the low belly is drawing in, all the abs are working. Almost halfway. Why isn't this easier? Maybe some of you have like legs for days, and this is not your struggle. And if you got a great tip for me, I am not beyond receiving tips. So please pass it on, tell me what to do. I am using weights more these days to strengthen my quads. They need it so bad. Protect those knees. Last 8 seconds, get 2 more in. Why do I feel my left quad working more? Come on, right quad. Last one. Oh, I said last one, I didn't do it. Shit. Shoot. Shoot. Okay. Now we have bridges. I think we're going to try to do single leg bridges. So go ahead and come onto your back. Tuck the shoulder blades underneath you. Get to that regular bridge pose. Maybe walk the right foot in a little bit more. Lift the left. And we're going to just bridge 30 seconds on each side. Are you ready? If that's too much, just do both legs. Yeah. It's like that sometimes. So 2 legs together, 1 leg at a time, up to you. Enough time has been wasted. Ready? Right foot down, left foot up, 30 seconds. My arms are down, but I'm trying to not use them for too much work, but really focus on that right leg. 10 seconds in. Huh, what's that tell you? Again, Kelsey doesn't like the quad stuff. I'm like, no thanks, I'm already looking at the timer. Reach right up towards the ceiling. Lift that left leg. Couple more seconds. 3, 2, last one. And switch left foot down, right foot up. Thank the maker. This side does feel stronger. Of course, that leg's rested. So keep reaching. Reach that toe all the way up to the ceiling. Keep the shoulder blades tucked underneath you. 15 seconds. Yeah, I definitely need to do more work on that right leg. It's a nice thing about yoga and these drills is that we go, something ain't quite right here. I'm noticing things that need to get balanced. Last 2. And 1. And now we got to end with handstand jumps. Because these are just the 10 that I randomly wrote down. And I try to do something different each time. A lot of times it's similar stuff. Again and again, just different rotations. Can't do videos of all of it because sometimes I use the rings or the stall bars. Okay, last one. I'm going to do pike jumps. You can do tuck jumps. You can do scissor legs. Doesn't matter. But handstand. And let's get at it. Timer is set. Get the position. Last minute. Let's go. Don't mind that first one. That first one's always wonky. It's like the pike has to grow into a pike. If that makes any sense. It does to me. So if you're tuck jumping, make sure that you're pulling the knees into the belly like this. And we're just landing on the balls of the toes, and we launch again. Remember, again, press out of the shoulders. Where are the hips in space? Try to hold a little at the top. You can get the legs all the way up. 20 seconds left. Keep going. You can rest for a full minute at the end of this cycle before you do another 2 cycles. Or 1, or call it a day. Doesn't matter. 7 seconds. 2 more. Always, that last one gets wonky. Either the last one gets wonky, or I nail the last one, and I stay in handstand. Okay. So that's it for today's full body drills. Maybe that was your cup of tea, like doing a little mix of everything. 2 more times if you want to do the full workout with me. I'm going to rest for 1 whole minute once I stop talking, and then do it again. Yeah, let me know if you like this. I can do sets, new things all the time. I think that it's kind of fun. It's a nice way to do a quick, intense, sweaty workout. You guys did an amazing job. I have no doubt. Drink your water. Like, comment, subscribe, share on your social medias. That helps so much. I think that's it for today, guys. Very proud of you. Have a great day. Take care. Namaste.